At what point in the race does he give you, watching him, ultimate confidence?
Well, I don't know if he's got that lob in stride. Honestly, he would not beat anything on our gallops. You just got to think, well, I say, is that his normal? Because we worked him Thursday and got beat 3 or 4 lengths over 4.5 furlongs. And that's just him. You know, he's done plenty. And he's a good horse, lovely prep, isn't it, for the Go Cup? As long as he's all right in the next 10 days, it'll be the dream's still alive anyway.
Just when you get a horse back like this, when things haven't gone to plan, what does it feel like for you? It must be great relief and satisfaction.
Yeah, of course it is. There's always, you know, we have Fox Norton in for the next race, but only pussing the foot. You know, 48 hours time, he'll be fine. We don't know this is not going to happen to this one. You know, we don't want to miss a race. With the normal horses, no one knows, and you think, well, they run. But this one, we couldn't miss this race really for the Go Cup, and worked out fine. Lovely.
Well done.
Thank you.
Terrific stuff there from Colin Tizard as Native River, 330 days off the track, wins the Denman Chase for the 2nd year running. In so doing it, taking it to career win number 10 and 4 from 5 at Newbury. 8 to 11 favourite, Cloudy Dream second, 11 to 4. Richard Johnson rides Native River to win. On to the feature at Warwick, the 240, the Betway Kingmaker Novices Chase, Grade 2, 2 miles, all 4 run. Saint Calvados, 2 to 1 on. Strong favourite, North Hill Harvey, 11 to 4. Diego de Charmel is 10 to 1. Drumcliff, 14 to 1. Back here at Warwick, the feature race is coming up. 4 of them for the Betway Kingmaker Novices Chase. Martin Dixon is with me. We're looking, Martin, first of all, at Paul Nicholls' representative, Diego de Charmy.
We are. We've not seen him for 120 days. He was an easy winner of his chasing debut, took to it well. That was at Newton Abbot back in the summertime, but the ground may have softened up enough for him, and I think they need to get a run into him probably before spring targets.
Let's slide back to the left and have a look at number 1, North Hill Harvey, winner of 2 of his 3 starts over fences, carrying his Grade 2 penalty here.
I really like this horse. He's very talented, especially when the ground is soft, and conditions have come in his favour today. No disgrace last time out when he was 2nd in a Grade 1. He just got done for speed, really, from the 2nd last at Sandown. Conditions more in his favour today, and he should give a good account.
You'll see number 4, St Calvados, go through the shot. I'll come back to him in a moment because he's going to disappear out of view and I want a little bit longer on him. So let's go to the bottom end of the parade ring and have a look at number 3, Drumcliff, who is unbeaten in 2 starts over fences, but he's up significantly in grade.
Yeah, it's a much harder for him today at this level. But he couldn't have been more impressive on his 2 chase starts so far. He's done it very easily, and he's just looked a different horse since he's jumped fences. Really, he was disappointing as a hurdler, having been a good quality bumper horse, but he's finally living up to his potential now.
Sure, it is coincidence, but so far all 3 career successes for Drumcliff have come going in the opposite direction. He has got place form, however, going left-handed. And so too St Calvados in the sheepskin noseband. He's got his back to the camera at the moment. He's heading towards the far end of the parade ring in the sheepskin noseband. 2 from 2 over fences, and it's been hard, really, not to be impressed with what he's achieved so far.
Very much so. I mean, the weight for age as well is only £2, but that £2 in itself is very... You look at him physically, he is a big, strong, powerful horse, and that is how he gallops in his races as well. He takes a little bit of stoking up, or he has done at Newbury, just to really find his rhythm and find his full stride. But once he's found full flow, he's stretched on powerfully on both occasions. His jumping has looked a big asset. He's a very exciting horse, and he handles the mud well.
4 to 9, St Calvados backed from 8 to 13. 11 to 4, North Hill Harvey. 11 to 1, Diego de Charmy. 16 to 1 from 12's the outsider, Drumcliff. We had a good look at the Martin in the parade ring. How's the race going to pan out?
Well, I would think St Calvados will be the one to go forward like he has been for his 2 Newbury wins.
Still 30 seconds or so to the off time. He is keen to get on with it, St Calvados, right of shot in the sheepskin noseband.
He's a gorgeous looking horse, isn't he? I can't sort of emphasise that enough. He's a out-and-out chaser. You can see why he's already over fences as a young horse. One-way traffic as far as the market is concerned, understandably though, so I couldn't really have a view on it as a betting race, but the first 2 in the market are both really talented and have the potential to make a mark in the Grade 1 races this spring.
A race that has in its role of honour the likes of Flagship Uberalis, Voipera Steadies, Long Run and Finian's Rainbow. We're about to find out just how good Saint Calvados is. 9-4 on to remain unbeaten over fences as he takes the step up to Grade 2 level. He's got 3 above average rivals taking him on. North Hill Harvey with his Grade 2 penalty has to concede £7 here to Saint Calvados. North Hill Harvey rated 152. At Saint Calvados 154. It looks as though they've been given the all clear by Bob Mann and John Bishop to come in.
Starters, flag raised.
Flags are up.
Coming in.
Here's David.
And they're off in the 2018 Betway Kingmaker Novices Chase Grade 2, and they'll jump 12 fences. And the big two in the betting, Saint Calvados and North Hill Harvey, stride on the turn and run down towards the first. Drumcliff is settled by Niall Madden in third, Bryony Frost on Diego de Charmy 4 as they run down towards the opening fence. The sheepskin noseband, Saint Calvados and Aidan Coleman. Good jumps by him and North Hill Harvey and Harry Skelton, the mauve jacket, on the outside, with Diego de Charmy following along with Drumcliff as they get to number 2. Saint Calvados and North Hill Harvey both bringing very good form into this race, with Diego de Charmy just in third place, ridden for the first time in a race by Bryony Frost this afternoon, and is just ahead of Drumcliff. Drumcliff, like Saint Calvados, 2 from 2 over fences so far. Saint Calvados leading by 2 lengths, running towards this row of 3 fences, a plain fence, an open ditch, and another plain one. And it's Saint Calvados leading the way to North Hill Harvey in second place. Then Diego de Charmy and Drumcliff. Saint Calvados measures that well, as do his 3 pursuers. No dramas at that as they head to an open ditch, coming towards their 4th obstacle. Saint Calvados over that, a little bit low, just dragging the hind legs through it, was North Hill Harvey, as the field make their way towards another plain one before heading towards the far side. And again, a really good jump by Saint Calvados. It's been a fixture of his 2 wins at Newbury, where he has dominated, and he's setting out to do the same again. Harry Whittington's stable star, leading by 3 lengths to North Hill Harvey, a past winner of Cheltenham's Greatwood Hurdle, and indeed he won his first 2 chases at Prestbury Park in the autumn. Earlier on this season, racing in second at this stage and conceding £7 to the horse that he's chasing. Drumcliff and Diego de Charmy are then following a couple of lengths further back. Diego de Charmy, a past winner of the Fred Winter at the Cheltenham Festival, just in third place ahead of Drumcliff in 4 as they make their run towards the back straight in this race that's been won by future champion chasers Flagship Uberalis, Voipera Steadies the year it was run at Wincanton, and Finian's Rainbow, and also a future Gold Cup winner in Long Run. It is Saint Calvados that leads by 2.5 lengths to North Hill Harvey in second, Diego de Charmy and Drumcliff with a little bit of work to do from where they are in third and fourth. They've reached the 6th, the first of 5 in the back straight, and both the front 2 take it really well. Saint Calvados ahead of North Hill Harvey, running towards an open ditch. The leader's about 4 lengths up on North Hill Harvey at this stage. Diego de Charmy is now a clear third ahead of Drumcliff in 4th, the middle one in the back, and Saint Calvados is already just looking to make it hurt a bit here. He hurdled that fence, but it certainly didn't stop him as he runs down towards the 4th last with a growing lead. It's about 6 lengths to North Hill Harvey. He stood off that one and took your breath away, Saint Calvados. He is about 8 or 10 lengths in front. North Hill Harvey is throwing out distress signals in second. Diego de Charmy has outjumped him at the 3rd last and left him standing. Diego de Charmy is the only conceivable danger to Saint Calvados, has got within about 5 lengths under Bryony Frost. North Hill Harvey back in 3rd. Drumcliff is in 4th place. So this deeply promising horse, Saint Calvados, is 6 or 7 clear of Diego de Charmy, with North Hill Harvey well held back in 3rd. Running towards the 2nd last in the Betway Kingmaker. Saint Calvados measures it okay, just slowed into it. Aidan Coleman just letting him find his own stride and coming down towards the last. It is Saint Calvados well clear of Diego de Charmy. Saint Calvados, a beautiful jump over it, and he's 8 to 10 clear of Diego de Charmy. And Saint Calvados, every bit as good as he looked twice at Newbury earlier in the season, and he's going to take Grade 2 honours here with some panache and win the Betway Kingmaker for Harry Whittington and Aidan Coleman. Saint Calvados has bolted up and gets a great round of applause. 2nd, Diego de Charmy. In 3rd, North Hill Harvey, and Drumcliff in 4th.
simply breathtaking. Saint Calvados remains unbeaten over fences. The successful step up in grade to land the Kingmaker Novices Chase, return the 9-4 on market leader under Aidan Coleman for Harry Whittington and Andrew Brooks. Yes, he was getting the weight for age allowance. Yes, he was the highest rated horse in this field of 4, but he hasn't, Martin, just beaten his rivals. He has absolutely pulverised them.
Yeah, we've seen a brilliant performance from Native River at Newbury. We're hopefully going to see one from Altior in the next at Newbury, but this was something pretty special from Saint Calvados here at Warwick. He just meets every single fence on a stride. He's as natural a chaser as you could wish to see, and he's got gears, he's got power when he's asked to go about his business on the running. It's only really on the running that Aidan Coleman gets after him, shakes him up and asks him for something, and at that point in the final 200 yards or so, he sprints away from Diego de Charmille, who is legless, and he's left some pretty good and informed horses just trailing in his wake a long way down the back straight, and it's a really impressive performance, and he could be anything, couldn't he? The question going into the spring
round
has got to be whether he can do this and on less testing ground. He has a big pounding action, and he hasn't raced on anything but soft and heavy ground. So
there is, I guess, one other question as well. If he goes to Cheltenham, can he do that on a more undulating track?